Welcome, people, back. I'm on a roll this week. Back for the fifth time in a row. Um, for the week, talking about, talking about relationships. Yes, the age old topic we can never get enough of. Stuff people want, are in, people want to get out of. um, so the title is He Ain't Trying to Marry You, Sis. Again, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Miss Tiff Dance. My channel is a place for single parents and career-minded individuals to stay motivated, balanced, and dance through life. All right, let go. Okay, so he ain't trying to marry you, sis. Now, I know some of you have been in relationships for quite some time. Some of you always had that dream of having the white gown with the big wedding and the hating girlfriends who, are talking about you because they know that you are going to get married and fulfill your dream of having that man who's your Prince Charming walk you down the aisle. And, you smile at the fact that your haters are jealous or upset, angry that you are living out every woman's dream or a lot of women's dream. Some people just say no to the marriage, period. But um you have that one person who you can't seem to get a hold on, you know? He's, elusive. He's unable to obtain. He's just you try with all your might because that person, with all the promises that they've made and all the breadcrumbing that they've been doing, they're not going to marry you. And it's sad because a lot of people, let me go over breadcrumbing, back this thing up. Let me do a juvenile real quick. Breadcrumbing, giving you little pieces, little seeds, little crumbs, like you do a little pigeon, treating you like a pigeon, giving you little seeds, or I keep saying seeds, little crumbs to keep stringing you along. So you keep eating them and eating them and taking them and taking them. And hopefully one day it will turn into a whole meal and you stop getting crumbs. You want to get that meal. You want to get the whole loaf of bread. You want to get, the whole shebang. But you just keep getting these crumbs just to keep you interested, keep you hungry for more. That's what breadcrumbing is. And a lot of people are getting breadcrumbs. Cause let's revert back to my title. He ain't trying to marry you, sis. He ain't trying to marry you. So it feels horrible, Some people just wait and wait and wait, but I feel like people, you're just not asking the right questions. You're allowing to be breadcrumbs. You're allowing to have these long relationships without any commitment or any plans because number one, you should be asking for future goals. What is the goal? Is the goal to get married? Okay. If the goal is to get married, when are you trying to get married? Are you trying to get married now? You're trying to get married in 10 years? When are you trying to get married? Because you might not have 10 years to waste. And if you don't ask the proper questions, you'll be in something that can be lasting 10 years from now. And you're 10 years older. A whole decade is going by, no ring. And what you've wasted your time on somebody who would probably snatch your ass up quick and married you, which is really sad. Nobody has time to waste. Nobody likes this. Nobody wants to be breadcrumbed, strung along, anything. So it boils down to not asking the proper questions. And if you have answered the proper questions and you still feel like you're getting the runaround, the pushing back, holding off on conversations, now's not the time. Oh, we'll talk about that later. Let's just see how things go. Let's see how the relationship gels. You might want to see if he's really trying to marry you because a lot of people aren't. A friend of mine was talking to me earlier and was saying, guys ain't really trying to get married these days, it's women. You know why? Because there's so much that you can turn on social media. You know, turn on Instagram, you'll see, some famous the Instagram influencers shaking their butt, twerking with oil on and in a bathing suit, having so much fun, laughing with their girlfriends, you know, and she's 22 and you're 40 and you're looking from the sideline and you're like wondering like, wow, my husband's really my fiance, my boyfriend's really going to be faithful to me with all of that they can view. It's too many temptation, too much options, too many people are like, should I really commit? What am I going to be missing out on? The fear of missing out, FOMO, you know? Um, they don't want to be with one person. And social media does not help your marriage situation. Social media does not help encourage people to want to sit down and to marry. It just doesn't. It's too much going on. People are showing more than they did before. People are doing more than they did before. People are doing more immediately. Everything is accessible. It's just like so much going on in the world. So when it comes to your relationship, are they really trying to marry you? Because if they are, what I think is it's fair to have a plan, to have a 2-year plan, 3-year plan. If you're really trying to be serious with someone, you know, are we working on saving money, not going out so much so that we can save up for this ring that I want to get you? Is he saying that? Save up for this ring, save up for this funeral. I mean, I said funeral. Woo. Save up for this wedding. Save up for things that are commitment wise, assets, not spending it on liabilities. What are they doing? Is your significant other trying to plan with you? Are long conversations swept under the rug and, pushed, you know, for another time? Is it of immediance? Is it of concern? Is it of urgency? Because I had quoted in one of my earlier videos, you do not want to be that person that goes to sleep at 33 and wake up and you're 72 because, you worked all your life to death and didn't get a chance to have fun. The same goes with someone who is dating. You don't want to date till you're 72. Another friend of mine also said that, their mother is older, 70 something years old. And, one of the guys she was dating, or the man she was dating rather, had said that, told him he was going to marry the mom. And that's not fair that you tell someone that if you don't really mean it, because those words are golden to a woman's ears. The thought of it, saying it means something. And a lot of people misuse that. It's like just saying the I love you. Don't say it unless you mean it. I'm going to marry her. Well, when we see that ice, you get down on that knee, we'll talk about it, But until then, if you don't mean it, don't say nothing, you know? And a lot of people do. And that's not fair. That's not fair because in that situation, my friend's mother was looking for that marriage, that wonderful marriage. Still had that dream, that girl at heart dream, and didn't have someone who was going to be serious about it, but heard that and that offended my friend, because rightfully so. Rightfully so. I would have gotten offended if that was, my mother and someone said they were going to marry her. um and just talking just to make them to breadcrumb 'em. They still breadcrumb in their 70s, 80s, 90s apparently, you know. But at that point, if you're 70 years old, what do you have? What do you have? Do you have fun? Like how much fun can you have? How much um of a life can you have to live together? Would it just be you're marrying for having somebody to wipe your butt, change your depends, cook meals for you, clean up after you? That's not marriage. That's not marriage. If you're especially if you're broke. You can't go on no trips. You can't give them nice things and jewelry and things like that. Like, what would somebody be signing up? You're signing up you would be marrying somebody to be used at that point, so you can use somebody to be a cheap home health care worker for you. You know, it doesn't take till you're 70 to know if you're going to marry somebody. It doesn't take years to know. And I'm not saying within 6 months, but I feel as though uh you're gonna know. Like, I heard within the first year of dating someone, if they're going to be a person that you want to see long term, to be with long term. It does not take you a decade till you're 60, 50, 60, 70 years old to figure out if you want to marry some person. Another person, I like to quote people because I like to give y'all facts. I like to tell y'all about what I know. My A friend of mine, you know, said that his aunt, um, was 60 and she met her boyfriend around 40. And then, he dumped her at 60. She said, the auntie said that this man had taken all her good years, never married her, told her he was breadcrumbing her, and didn't follow through with anything. So now all your good years are taken. You have to start over from scratch. And the later you get on board and try to get this marriage thing in order and try to secure a husband, is the harder it is. It's not easier as you get older. Nobody's dropping it like they hot at the club. Nobody's twerking at 60, 60 some odd years. Well, unless you're my aunt. I mean, but she don't be going to the club and doing it. It usually was done in her house. She liked to twerk, you know, smoke a little bit, drink, but that's her. But all jokes aside, in all seriousness, like, if your good years are taking, like, what is like like I feel as though, honestly, people need to start getting stuff in writing. If you are not serious about dating me and I do not get a ring within the next 2 years, I am this document is to secure the ring. Like you're securing the bag. This document is to protect me. Get that shit notarized. Get it notarized. Take it to the notary. Okay, because other than that is wasting time. I think they're going to come up with something like that because women are getting fed up. What did I say the other day? 14 women to one man. People are getting fed up with the playing games. And, you know, people are non-committal more and more. They'll pretend like they're committal. They'll string you along, breadcrumb you, only to end up being non-committal and wasting time. And life should not be wasted time. So I'm all for that. If they come up with something where you can sign, if you dating somebody, if it doesn't work out, you have your stipulations, your rules. That's all unfair. Everything's a business. It's a business deal when you get married, whether you want to believe it or not. So everything should be treated as a business deal, especially when it comes to dating somebody. So I know that you got to prepare some kind of paperwork or whatever nowadays, even if it's a one page, be nice. It's a nice thought, rather. But no, seriously, like, he ain't trying to marry you if you have been dating him for 3 years, even 2 years. Well, 2 years maybe, but there has to be some kind of plan in place. After 6 months, what we doing? You ain't gonna be living in this house, and they're gonna be living in that house. Y'all have to come together. Y'all wasting money if y'all see each other every day. Like, what do you need that space for? Something to call your own, a fallback place. Okay, I get it. But, like, life is about taking risks. Marriage is a risk. Relationships are a risk. Moving in with somebody's a risk. If nobody's willing to take that risk, then nobody's willing to marry. You know, if you have a relationship that doesn't secure anything, what are you doing? What are you here for? Why are you here? What's the point of being here? Go home. Go hard or go home. Goal set with me or go home. That's what it should be. And a lot of people just don't want to. I feel like a lot of women feel like they'd run people away by asking or putting it on the map, like putting it out there like, hey, I want this, I want this, I want that. And they're content with the long-term relationship just to have somebody there. But having someone in writing on that marriage certificate matters most. You get more benefits, there's tax deductions, there's a lot you can save. And the whole excuses, let's talk about the excuses for a minute. Oh, I just got to make some moves here. I just got to do this. I got to get this business off the ground. I got to do this and that. And that. Why can't you build together? Why does it have to be, I got to do this? If it's too many I statements in your relationship, there might not be a forever we. If there's so many things done by themselves and then talking about, I got to get this, I got to do this, I got to, what about happening? We should do this or we got to do that. It's like, I believe in dates, not just dating. I'm talking about dates on book. April, May, June. Like we have 6 months to do this. We have a year. By this time, we should be living together. We're gonna try because the good thing about it is if it doesn't work out, if at least you can say you tried, at least you were on some kind of plan where you have a goal in mind, at least you have like some kind of trajectory of the way that your relationship and your marriage or your relationship and what the expectations of it is going. Other than that, it's just, I don't see the point. So, if you guys out there who understand, who see the point of dating without, and make sure you like this video if you feel in this information. The like button is free, 99. Comment in the comment section, doesn't matter. I just want people to be aware and take away the fact that it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to inquire. It's okay to, and you should have goals set in place. Have an idea, decipher, and figure out if this person is just making excuses, never wants to have serious conversations about this. The conversation of marriage makes them itch or makes them get sick or whatever the case may be. That's a problem. So you have to figure things out because life is about planning. They say if you don't plan to fail. So I say this in all hope that you guys are making the right decisions, that your relationships go smoothly and they're planned and you get what you want. And to reevaluate to see if you are wasting time or if you're not. If you are with someone who truly does not have the same desire as you, because either you know or you don't. And if that person doesn't know, at least move on to the next. I guess this is the reason why people date multiple people at one time until they actually can commit to a full relationship because you're weighing out your options, and not everybody has the best intention. And you can't just do that within um, just 1 month or 2 months. You have to really know that that person is really as serious about you because life is so important. This is a life channel. This is a channel about improvement and motivation and life skills building and all of those things. Trying to get your life together. I got to get my life. I tell somebody that every day. I'm just trying to get my life together. You, what you doing? Because I know I'm just trying to get my life together. Anything I do, I'm trying to make future moves, moving toward the future. And if you see no future, then somebody needs to be, if you see no future with the person that you are presently with, then that person needs to be in the past. Hot damn, I actually like that. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. These are my thoughts on what I've been thinking. And my name is Miss Tiff Dance. Make sure you watch any of my live streams that I have. Subscribe to my channel. Sign up for my positive quotes that I post weekly in my Instagram, Tiffany Cuts the Pain, TIFFANI Cuts the Pain. And click that subscribe link below. Share with a friend who may be in limbo, who might need to hear. They ain't trying to marry you, sis. Or maybe they are. All right. Until then, I will see you over and out.